I found a shiny Pokemon by doing absolutely nothing. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there's a feature called mass outbreaks. These outbreaks are a great way to find shiny Pokemon as they have an abundance of spawns for whatever Pokemon is featured in the outbreak, and if you manage to KO 30 of those Pokemon, you get them all an extra shiny chance. KOing 60 Pokemon in the outbreak gives them all 2 extra shiny chances, and paired with the Shiny Charm and Sparkling Power 3, you can get every Pokemon in the outbreak to have a 1 in 512 shiny chance. But what if I told you it was even easier? In this video, I found a full odds shiny Pokemon in an outbreak by doing absolutely nothing. Here's how. Before we begin though, if you haven't done so yet, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing to the channel. Both are completely free and help me out a ton by allowing me to make more shiny hunting videos like this one. So I noticed something quite interesting with the Pokemon Finizen. Most Pokemon you find in a mass outbreak usually just stand around and don't move much. But with Finizen, I noticed that they behave a bit different. Finizen, instead of standing still, will swim in a straight line, and with that, I got an idea. I figured I could use their movement pattern to effectively get a ton of Finizen encounters without even moving, as once the Finizen swims too far away from you, they will despawn and allow new ones to spawn in, resulting in an endless flow of Pokemon spawns while you don't even have to move. So I set out. I kept re-rolling my mass outbreaks by simply going to the time on my Switch and hitting the OK button until I saw a Finizen outbreak. But here's the thing, the Finizen outbreak had to be perfect. Some outbreaks I found were too close to land, so only a fraction of Finizen would spawn. Other outbreaks were too far out into the sea where there was no platform I could stand on, and inevitably the Finizen would swim into me. But after a few outbreaks, I found it. The outbreak that was just close enough to shore that would allow me to cling to a cliff and not touch my controller, while still being far enough away for the Finizen to spawn at the max rate. So that's it. I pretty much just didn't do anything while shiny hunting in another game while I waited for a shiny Finizen to appear. And this Finizen was the full 1 in 4096 odds, as I did not have Shiny Charm and didn't KO any Finizen in the outbreak, and I didn't make any sandwiches. And even though it was full odds, it still only took me like an hour and a half to find. It just shows how easy shiny hunting can be in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I did find this shiny live on my Twitch, so if you want to see me finding shinies live, give that a follow. I have my Twitch linked in the description of all my videos. Also, if you're wondering why in this clip I kept saying I failed a shiny, it's because during the stream I genuinely thought I failed a shiny Finizen, but upon further investigation I found out that it was just a normal Finizen, and when it flipped over, it for some reason looked extremely purple. I don't know why, but this is what it looked like. Going for marks. We're not using Tidal Power, we're not using Sparkling Power, we're not even using Shiny Charm. This is just to get a shiny. Like, I could use Tidal Power for Water type if I really wanted to, but I would have to keep resetting the game and then making new sandwiches, and that just isn't worth it for this hunt. This is definitely the outbreak to have, though. I need to, like, get another outbreak like this if we don't get this today. Because this is perfect. We're just chilling on the wall. We have, like, the full view of the outbreak, and they keep just spawning in and despawning on their own. And we can just watch for shiny Finizen while listening for shiny bugs. It's crazy how much different they look when they're on the small screen. The screen is so small. This hunt is both, like, perfect for a dual hunt, but also terrible for a dual hunt. Perfect in the sense where, like, I don't have to do anything with it. So, like, we can just hunt something else while doing this. Awful in the sense where, like, this would be way better on a full screen setup. So you can actually see them. Do you know what's, like, so crazy about full odds hunting? Even in a game like this, I mean, obviously, like, the way I'm doing it is probably not the most optimal way to do it. Like, it definitely isn't. Like, me running back and forth in and out of the outbreak would be the most optimal way to do it. But, it's like, even now, like, with full odds, it's like, you could totally convince someone that there's just never going to be something different with these Finizen. But it just can happen. You just get a shiny one. That's what's so cool about shiny hunting. The fact that I can run back and forth in this, like, grass thousands of times, and then at some point I'll get a different outcome. Like, that's just so crazy. That's why I like, when shiny hunting becomes too easy, it kind of loses its magic. Because then it's like, it just, like, feels more expected and more like, you kind of get annoyed when you're not getting them fast. As what I do when I go for marks. But, like, it's crazy how, like, I can just sit here. We're seeing so many Finizen just swimming across the screen. And it's like you wouldn't expect, like, if you didn't know anything about Pokemon, There's no way you would expect randomly at some point one of them to just be a different color. But it can happen, which is like so cool. And it'll probably take a while to happen, but that's what makes it even crazier, is that like I could be at this for hours and have nothing different happen, but at some point, something different's gonna happen. It's kind of like a really involved Easter egg that's like also not involved at all. You know, it's like when you see those like guides on YouTube back in the day of like how to do this crazy Easter egg, and it's like a 300-part step. It's like that, but less parts, just more time. You're like, there's no way that would actually happen. Like, I'm just picturing this like as a 10-year-old, like right now, like not even knowing about shinies. If someone told me like, hey, just sit in front of this Finizen outbreak for a few hours and a purple one might show up, and it's like, no way. No way that's gonna happen. And then it happens and it despawns in half a second because it spawned on the edge. Dude, nothing will ever beat just traditional encounters. It's sad to like, I mean, we still don't know, but I think it's pretty safe to assume that the norm is going to be overworld shinies. It's sad that that's the case. I would like a mix. A mix would be great, or like I kind of assumed that like main like core series games like Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet would be like not overworld shinies, and then like games like Legends Arceus, like if they did more Legends games or just other mainline games that were kind of different, those would be overworld. So it kind of saddens me that it seems like everything's just going to be overworld these days. Unless it's probably, I would assume they would probably change like a remake back to traditional encounters, kind of like how they did BDSP. Overworld encounters are the way to kill shiny hunting, because all the casuals that like want to get the super high shiny odds and high encounter rates, they're going to be done with the game after like a month or two. Like, it's just gonna kill shiny hunting because no one's gonna care anymore, because it's not gonna be impressive to get shinies. But yeah, I think I want to say Game Freak does know that like a large chunk, even though it's probably a minority, there is still a large chunk of people that are not fond of overworld encounters. So part of me does hope that like they do change it up every couple games, you know? You personally don't care how encounters are. I mean, most people don't, but in my opinion, it's just not as fun. Like, I'd rather have a good time shiny hunting than expect a shiny to show up and then just get fed 300 shinies in a short period of time. I think what they did with Sword and Shield was like probably the best. With how overworld Pokemon didn't show up shiny, and there were still in-grass encounters. I think they should have tweaked the in-grass encounters a bit. Instead of doing the exclamation mark, they should have just had it where you just get an encounter after walking in grass. Because it is kind of weird that like you have to walk around for a bit before you get an encounter, and then you have to go after the encounter, because like sometimes you can miss them, as opposed to just like a random chance something shows up from taking steps. I just personally think like overworld shinies, they have a place in mainline Pokemon games. I just don't think it should be every mainline Pokemon game, you know? Like look at Pokemon Rumble. Pokemon Rumble is a fantastic game to shiny hunt in, and it is overworld because there's no actual encounters. But that's like a one-off, like spin-off game. Like Legends Arceus made sense to have overworld encounters. I feel like them trying to like make it work for traditional gameplay mechanics, it's just like some things work, some things don't. And who knows, maybe they like perfect it in the future, but we need to have more of the core series games be like traditional encounters, and then like a game like Legend, it doesn't have to be a Legends game, but like a game that's not quite like a core series game. You know, they did it with Let's Go. Let's Go had Overworld. That worked fairly well. It just needs to not be the only thing they do. All right, 454. I gotta interact with that thing again. All right. Back at it. And yes, if anyone is wondering, we did fail a shiny Finizen already, and this is full odds. Wait, is that one? Oh my gosh, that is one! Oh my gosh! Wait! We got it! Oh my gosh! We failed one like not that long ago. Oh my god! Wait, let me switch over to. My face cam's a little awkward here, but oh my gosh! Shiny Finizen! Let's go! Yeah, Mike Braces brought the luck. Look at that! We got a shiny doing absolutely nothing! Let's go! Let's save that screen recording. Nice. How many checks? I have no clue. We've just been sitting on a cliffside having them like go in and out during an outbreak. There's no way I'd be able to keep track of how many encounters it took. But this is full odds. Believe it or not, this is full odds. Not only is it full odds, but we also failed another one not too long ago, which just shows how crazy. I think we got really lucky with this though. But let's false swipe it. You really like Finizen, one of the best. I wish Palafin was cooler though. You know, I wish Palafin was cooler. Speaking of which, we will probably evolve this thing. Also, don't mind this whole hunting thing with the mark. That's different. That's different. I'm gonna do a dive ball. It's got more blue in it when it's a hero form Palafin. Let's get it. No, I'm not doing the Master Ball. Not doing the Master Ball. Why is that the only joke anyone makes about what Pokeball to catch? I mean, does it have a mark? It doesn't have a mark. We didn't use any Tidal Power. We didn't use any Sparkling Power. We're no KOs on this outbreak. It was full odds. No Shiny Charm. All that stuff in its bashful nature. So we got the regular Capsicid. Here we go. Shiny Finizen. Nice. Oh, okay. Every Pokemon here is super effective. Namor or Aquaman? Those are good. But you saying Aquaman made me want to name it Mermaid Man. I like your idea, but Mermaid Man is like, you kind of inspired me. All right, we're gonna name it Mermaid Man. Mermaid Man. Because we can fit it with a space too, which works. All right. So now I have to level this thing up a few times, which we're just gonna use some EXP candies. Look at that! Okay, well, why am I waving like that? That was weird. I'm like... Alright, so I think all I gotta do is just level this thing up once now. Rare candy, we got 39 of these things. All right, get ready for this stunning evolution. This is gonna look incredible, guys. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be the craziest evolution ever. Oh, no way. It's the same thing, but it has a heart now. That's crazy. Where are we? This is not the Pokemon Center I was at. Why are we here? I was like right next to a Pokemon Center, and now we're in this random location. Alright, we got a regular Orthworm. Oh shoot, I'm in the wrong... Okay, wait, hold on. Just pretend that didn't happen. Wait, what? Why did that Orthworm just go away? What level are these Pokemon? 27. Is a Flip Turn gonna kill a Cufant? I'm gonna go with probably not. We got a regular Cufant. And we got the shiny Palafin. But we're gonna use the good old Flip Turn. Okay, that was a critical hit. Shiny Tauros. No, that's half of it. Get ready, guys. You haven't seen it at its 100% power level, whatever they say. Here we go. Mermaid Man, the shiny Palafin. Wait, it didn't... was that the sparkle? It did it like so early. What was that? Wait, let's switch back. Wait, hold on. Was that the sparkle or was that like a goofy animation for it? Here we go. Okay, one more time. Okay, no, that was the sparkle. So it does a different animation when you send it out into the hero form the first time. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I've never actually done this with any Palafin, so pretty cool. So we not only failed a shiny doing absolutely nothing, we also found a shiny doing absolutely nothing. Both of them full odds, which is just insane. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring those notification bells, all that good stuff. Be sure to join the domination, and I will see you in the next video.